As we age, we gradually realize that life is not just about achievements or fame, but, more importantly, about inner peace, meaningful relationships, and the ability to care for ourselves. For those aged 65 and older, maintaining mental well-being enhances the quality of life and brings a sense of happiness and tranquility each day. One of the most effective ways to protect your peace of mind is to be selective about the people you allow into your life. Not everyone brings positive energy or contributes to making your later years more fulfilling. Some individuals may experience stress, exhaustion, and even diminished mental well-being. Unfortunately, those people can sometimes be family members or longtime friends. So, how can you preserve the peace you deserve? The key is to stay aware of unhealthy relationships and be willing to set necessary boundaries. Remember, distancing yourself from those who have a negative impact is not selfish. It is an act of self-love, a crucial step toward fully enjoying life. In today's video, we will explore 5 types of people you should limit contact with or avoid as you age to maintain peace of mind and make life more meaningful. Don't forget to hit like if you find this content helpful, and be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss our upcoming videos. 1. The manipulator. Learn how to protect your peace. As we age, we cherish peace and emotional balance even more. However, maintaining these things is not always easy, especially when we encounter individuals with manipulative tendencies. These people do not always reveal their true nature right away. Instead, they often disguise themselves under the appearance of needing help or being part of a close emotional relationship. At first, they may make you believe they genuinely need you. A small favor here, a seemingly insignificant request for help. If you are someone who is used to being a source of support for others, you can easily get caught in a never-ending cycle of assistance. You begin to feel that helping them is your duty, your responsibility. But over time, their dependence can become excessive, leaving you emotionally and physically drained. Imagine this: a quiet afternoon. You're enjoying a warm cup of coffee, feeling relaxed, and reflecting on the life you've lived. Suddenly, your phone rings. On the other hand, a relative or a friend needs your help with something simple, something they could easily do themselves. You agree, thinking it's just a small favor. But then, the requests keep coming more frequently and persistently. Over time, you realize they only reach out to you when needed. Moreover, they are incredibly skilled at making you feel responsible for helping them. If you refuse, they make you feel selfish or uncaring. They always create a sense of urgency, making it difficult to say no without feeling guilty. The relationship becomes increasingly unbalanced as time passes, and you slowly lose the freedom to live on your terms. It is crucial to recognize this pattern before it continues for too long. Manipulators rely on your reluctance to confront them because they know you value harmony and don't want to hurt anyone. But remember, setting boundaries does not mean you are unkind. It is a way to protect yourself. Your time, energy, and emotions are valuable assets that deserve to be safeguarded. To deal with manipulators, you must establish clear boundaries. If someone repeatedly asks for favors, have the confidence to say, "I'm sorry, but I can't help this time." You don't need to explain or justify yourself. You are simply protecting your peace. Ask yourself, is this relationship bringing positivity into my life, or just leaving me feeling drained? A genuine relationship is always built on mutual respect and care. It is a connection between two people where both are heard, understood, and sincerely supported. However, not everyone treats you this way. Some relationships only leave you feeling drained, robbing you of joy and forcing you to sacrifice too much, without receiving anything in return except exhaustion. If someone sees you only as a resource to exploit, a pillar to lean on whenever they need support, but never considers your feelings. It's time to reassess their place in your life. Don't let the fear of disappointing others keep you trapped in relationships that are not worth your time and energy. Your kindness is a precious gift, a reflection of the compassionate heart and generous spirit you have nurtured throughout your life. But that does not mean you should allow others to take advantage of it without appreciation. No one has the right to take your help for granted or pressure you into sacrificing yourself for them. You have the right to choose the people who truly deserve to be part of your life. Spend your time with those who genuinely appreciate your presence and make you feel loved rather than drained or taken advantage of. A truly meaningful relationship is not one where you struggle to be recognized, but one where you can be yourself without fear of judgment or exploitation. Learning to say no to manipulators, controlling individuals, or those who only take without ever giving is essentially saying yes to yourself. When you set boundaries and protect your peace, you show respect for yourself and your worth. And that is a choice you should make every day, not out of selfishness, but because you deserve to live a happy and peaceful life. 2. The irresponsible. Learn to let go of burdens that are not yours. The later years of life should be a time to enjoy, care for yourself, and focus on things that bring you joy. This is not the time to continue carrying the burdens of others, especially those who are irresponsible. People constantly facing problems in life, from financial struggles to personal relationships, and always looking to you for help. At first, they may promise that it's just temporary assistance, that this will be the last time. But soon, you realize this cycle keeps repeating. Every time they encounter difficulties, they turn to you with pleas or empty promises, and you continue to help out of kindness. However, irresponsibility is not just about failing to fulfill one's duties. It's a habit of shifting the consequences of one's actions onto others. These individuals often know that you have a kind heart and that you are always willing to help, and they do not hesitate to take advantage of that. But remember, you are not obligated to fix the mistakes they repeat. If they truly wanted to change, they would find a way to resolve their problems instead of constantly seeking temporary solutions from others. If someone comes to you asking for money or financial help, have the confidence to say, "I can't support you financially, but I can help in another way." Do not allow yourself to become a lifeline for those unwilling to steer their ship. Everyone must take responsibility for their own life. Protect the peace you have spent a lifetime building. You deserve to experience tranquility and serenity in your later years, rather than carrying burdens not yours to bear. Imagine this. You have a family member who repeatedly faces financial troubles, constantly making poor decisions, or getting involved in problematic relationships. Whenever they find themselves in a difficult situation, they turn to you, perhaps to borrow money, ask for help, or simply expect you to clean up their mess. They always promise that this will be the last time, that they have learned their lesson and will change. But in reality, time passes, and the cycle continues endlessly. At first, you help because you believe it is the right thing to do, a responsibility as a family member. But over time, you start feeling exhausted, questioning whether your help benefits them or enables their irresponsibility. You begin to wonder, am I helping them get back on their feet, or am I just making them more dependent on me? Irresponsibility is not just about laziness or indecisiveness. It is the refusal to face the consequences of one's actions, and instead shifting that burden onto others. People like this are skilled at taking advantage of the kindness of others, especially those with compassionate hearts who genuinely want to help. They know that you care and struggle to turn your back on them, and they use that to escape their responsibilities. They may try to make you feel guilty if you refuse to help. They might say things like, "How could you treat me this way?" Or, "Are you really that heartless?" all to break your resolve and make you give in once again. But don't let these words deceive you. Helping someone who refuses to take responsibility for their own life is not an act of kindness. It enables their irresponsibility. You cannot save someone unwilling to stand on their own. If you notice that someone constantly turns to you to solve their problems instead of taking responsibility for their own life, it's time to set boundaries. Help in ways that do not harm you. Sometimes, the best way to help is to let them face the consequences of their actions. You are not obligated to carry the weight of problems that others create. Protect your peace and balance, because you deserve it. So, how do you deal with irresponsible people? 1. Set clear boundaries. You are not obligated to take on other people's problems. If someone frequently comes to you for financial help, be firm and say, "I'm sorry, but I can't help this time." You don't need to provide explanations or justifications. Your boundaries deserve respect. 2. Let go of guilt. Irresponsible people may try to make you feel ashamed or accuse you of not caring about them. But caring for someone does not mean sacrificing your peace. Learning to say no does not make you a bad person. It simply helps protect your life. 3. Support in a way that doesn't harm you. Instead of offering a quick solution, encourage them to take responsibility for their actions. If they truly want to change, they will find ways to improve their situation rather than relying on your help. Offer advice or guidance, but don't allow yourself to become the one who always has to solve their problems. 4. Protect your peace. You have worked hard your entire life to achieve stability and tranquility. Don't let others disrupt that simply because they failed to plan for their future. Put yourself first, because you deserve a peaceful life, free from the burdens of others. Finally, remember that you are not a lifeline for those who refuse to learn how to swim. Your peace is precious, and you have every right to protect it. 3. The ungrateful. When kindness goes unappreciated. As we enter the later stages of life, one of the greatest joys is the ability to give, whether it's our time, wisdom, or love accumulated over the years. However, few things are more disheartening than when our kindness is taken for granted, treated as an obligation, or even met with criticism. Ungrateful people can take away the joy of helping and sharing. Imagine this. You spend hours preparing dinner for your family, putting your heart into every dish, hoping to bring warmth and togetherness. But instead of appreciation, you only hear complaints. "Why did you make so little today?" Or, "This doesn't taste as good as before." Or perhaps you sacrifice an entire day to help a friend. Yet instead of a simple "thank you," you receive indifference, as if your effort was nothing more than an expectation. Ingratitude is not just about forgetting to say thank you. It goes deeper, the feeling that your time, effort, and generosity are neither acknowledged nor valued. When this happens repeatedly, it can leave you feeling disheartened, drained, and robbed of the joy of giving. You may wonder, did I do something wrong? Am I offering kindness to the wrong people? But remember this, other people's ingratitude does not define your worth. Their lack of appreciation does not diminish the sincerity and kindness you have shown. In reality, it reflects more about who they are than it does about you. You do not need to change or stop helping others because some people fail to appreciate it. So, how do you deal with ungrateful people without letting it affect your spirit and emotions? The most important thing is to set boundaries. Not everyone deserves your help, and not every sacrifice you make will be met with gratitude. Be selective about whom you support, and spend time with those who truly appreciate your presence. You deserve to be surrounded by people who are grateful, respectful, and appreciative of you. Because when kindness is given to the right people, it not only brings joy to the recipient, but also fills you with happiness, lightness, and a true sense of purpose. How to deal with ungrateful people. 1. Acknowledge your feelings. Feeling disappointed when your kindness is taken for granted is normal. Don't try to ignore or suppress those emotions. Instead, accept that you have the right to feel hurt and take time to reflect on the situation. 2. Reevaluate the relationship. Ask yourself, does this person truly appreciate me? And do they bring anything positive into my life? If the answer is no, it may be time to set clear boundaries to protect yourself. 3. Limit your help. If someone takes your help for granted repeatedly, start reducing what you do for them. You can express this in a direct yet gentle way. I've realized that I need to spend more time on things that make me happy. 4. Spend time with those who appreciate you. Instead of trying to please those who don't value you, focus on relationships that bring genuine appreciation and love. Being around grateful people will make you feel respected and prevent you from being taken advantage of. Finally, always remember that kindness is a priceless gift that not everyone deserves. When you offer sincerity and compassion, it should be given to those who appreciate it and reciprocate with respect, not those who take it for granted or exploit it for their benefit. Not everyone has the same level of understanding or gratitude for what we do. Some people see kindness as an entitlement rather than a privilege. And if you are not careful, your generosity can become a burden that drains you mentally and emotionally. That is why setting boundaries is essential. Learning to choose the right people to support not only helps you maintain your peace, but also fosters healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Kindness never loses its value, but it becomes far more meaningful when given to the right people at the right time. You have the right to decide who is truly worthy of your care. And most importantly, you have the right to protect yourself from relationships that do not offer the respect and sincerity you deserve. The 4th type of person to avoid: self-centered individuals. When a relationship becomes unbalanced. The later years of life offer a precious opportunity to deepen connections, share wisdom, and cultivate relationships that bring genuine fulfillment. This stage should be a time of mutual respect, understanding, and meaningful companionship. However, not all relationships contribute positively to our well-being. Despite being physically present, some people remain emotionally distant, so engrossed in their own concerns, ambitions, and desires that they fail to acknowledge the feelings and experiences of those around them. These individuals, often characterized by narcissistic tendencies, have a way of making every interaction revolve around themselves. Their need for attention, admiration, and validation can be overwhelming, gradually draining the energy of those who engage with them. Instead of fostering a balanced and enriching connection, they subtly manipulate conversations, shift focus back to their own lives, and diminish the experiences of others. Over time, their behavior can erode the foundation of respect and reciprocity essential for any healthy relationship. If you find yourself in the company of such individuals, you may start to feel increasingly invisible, as though your presence and contributions hold little significance. Your thoughts and emotions may be dismissed or overshadowed, leaving you unheard and unappreciated. This dynamic can be particularly disheartening in later life, when the value of genuine connection becomes even more essential. Recognizing these patterns is crucial, as it allows you to set boundaries and prioritize relationships that uplift, support, and bring true meaning to your life. Imagine this. You are sitting down with a family member or a friend, hoping to share a cherished memory from the past. But as soon as you begin speaking, they interrupt and shift the conversation to themselves. You try again, hoping to find some understanding or have a meaningful exchange. But the focus quickly turns back to them once again. Over time, you realize that they are always the center of attention in every interaction, while you are merely a listener. Narcissistic individuals can captivate attention, effortlessly drawing the focus toward themselves in almost any situation. Their deep desire for recognition and admiration drives them to seek validation constantly, often at the expense of those around them. Whether consciously or unconsciously, they tend to dominate conversations, redirecting discussions to themselves regardless of the original topic. As a result, interactions with them can feel one-sided, leaving little to no space for others to share their thoughts, emotions, or experiences. You may find that they quickly shift the focus back to their own lives whenever you attempt to open up about something personal, whether it's a success, a struggle, or even a simple anecdote. Your words might be dismissed, interrupted, or, at best, used as a stepping stone for them to launch into their own story. Over time, this pattern can create a sense of frustration, making you feel as though your voice carries little significance in their world. While their behavior may not always stem from malice, the impact remains the same. You may start feeling invisible, as if your role in their life is not that of an equal participant, but rather a passive observer, someone who exists merely to validate their experiences. If left unchecked, this dynamic can be emotionally draining, gradually eroding your sense of connection and questioning whether your presence in the relationship truly matters. As you enter your later years, relationships like these can become an emotional burden. You have experienced countless ups and downs in life, accumulating invaluable wisdom and lessons. This should be a time to share your stories, feelings, and thoughts with people who truly listen and appreciate you. However, suppose your relationship always revolves around the needs and desires of the other person, while you are merely a listener who is never truly heard. In that case, it is not a balanced relationship. A truly meaningful relationship must be built on mutual respect and understanding. You deserve to be surrounded by people who listen, appreciate, and care about you. Don't let yourself remain trapped in relationships that make you feel small or invisible. Choose to spend time with those who bring you joy and peace, rather than those who always put themselves first. Your later years should be a time of enjoyment, not one of enduring relationships that offer no real value. And finally, the critics. When words become a burden. The later years of life should be a time to embrace your true self, enjoy what you have achieved, and take pride in the person you have become. However, not everyone will allow you to fully appreciate this stage of life. Some people are always looking for faults, never satisfied, and always have something to criticize. They can make you feel like you are never good enough, no matter how much effort you put in. These individuals may disguise their words as constructive feedback, but their comments only make you feel insecure and judged. They could be the friend who constantly criticizes your appearance, the family member who always questions your decisions, or even the neighbor who unnecessarily compares you to others. A single critical remark may not seem like a big deal, but when these comments repeat daily, they create an oppressive environment of judgment, slowly eroding your joy and self-confidence. Recognizing this is the first step toward reclaiming your peace. Ask yourself, does this criticism genuinely help me? Or is it coming from a place of sincere concern? If the answer is no, it may not be worth your attention. Not every opinion holds value, and you are not obligated to accept them. If someone constantly criticizes you, learn to respond with calmness, yet firmness. Instead of arguing or feeling hurt, reply with clarity. I understand your perspective, but am happy with my life. This is not about being defensive or disrespectful, but about affirming your worth. You do not need to change yourself to satisfy those always looking for flaws or trying to impose their views on you. This is your life. You can choose the path that makes you happy rather than living up to someone else's expectations. The later years of life are meant to be a time of freedom, peace, and genuine connections. You do not need to waste your energy on people who constantly make you feel inadequate, always find faults, or diminish your worth. Even when it seems harmless, continuous criticism can slowly erode your confidence and take away your joy over time. Spend your time and affection on those who truly appreciate you, people who listen, understand, and uplift you rather than judge you. You deserve positive relationships where you are accepted and loved for who you truly are. And most importantly, always remember, you are enough. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone but yourself. As we enter the later stages of life, our priorities shift. We no longer chase after superficial things or maintain shallow social connections. Instead, we seek inner peace, meaningful relationships, and things that truly matter. At this stage, the people we choose to keep in our lives can either become our greatest source of encouragement or the reason for our emotional exhaustion. Life has too many beautiful moments to be weighed down by toxic relationships. Manipulators, self-centered individuals, critics, irresponsible people, and the ungrateful. None of them deserve your precious time and energy. Distancing yourself from such people is not selfish. It is an act of self-respect and self-care. You have spent a lifetime caring for others, always putting their needs before yours. But now, this is the time to focus that care and attention on yourself. Remember, you are not responsible for fixing everyone. Not everyone is willing to change, and not every problem is yours to solve. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is step back and let others take responsibility for their own lives. You are not obligated to maintain relationships that drain your energy and leave you exhausted. If someone constantly makes you feel bad about yourself or takes advantage of your kindness without appreciation, dare to set boundaries. You deserve to enjoy your golden years with joy, appreciation, and meaningful relationships. This is your time to relax, live on your terms, and embrace a future free from unnecessary worries about people who do not deserve your time and energy. Life is a meaningful journey. Along the way, the relationships we cultivate play a vital role. To live a truly happy and fulfilling life, you must first appreciate yourself by investing time and energy in those who genuinely love and respect you. Healthy relationships bring peace of mind and provide support, understanding, and a deeper connection to the positive aspects of life. On the other hand, if a relationship only brings stress, judgment, and emotional emptiness, it is a clear sign that it does not deserve a place in your life. Do not allow toxic relationships to drain your energy, make you question your self-worth, or steal your joy. Surround yourself with people who bring you happiness and peace, those who listen, appreciate, and support you unconditionally. You deserve to be loved most genuinely without fighting for validation in relationships that no longer serve you. Life is too short to waste on things that don't matter. Let yourself let go of what no longer fits and focus on what truly brings you happiness. Now is the time to prioritize yourself and live the life you deserve, one filled with peace, joy, and meaning. Thank you for watching this video. We truly appreciate your time and would love to hear your thoughts. If you agree with the ideas shared in this video, leave a comment below and let us know your perspective. If you have a different viewpoint, don't hesitate to share. Every opinion is a valuable piece that helps us learn and grow together. Your engagement makes this video more meaningful and motivates us to continue creating high-quality content in the future. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like to support the channel, share to spread this message to more people, and subscribe with the notification bell turned on so you never miss our latest videos. Once again, thank you for being with us. Wishing you a day full of energy, joy, and positivity in everything you do.